limbs, and we are back with more Code Realized Wintertide Miracle. Still in the Cantarella thing, because this thing is long as shit. I'm not complaining, it's awesome, but anyway, here we go. I gotta start with Lionheart. Fuck, this is hard, man. Anyway. Blast! The castle is still advancing at a rapid pace. I can't remember the voices I've done. Literally 5 minutes after I do them, I'm like, I forget. Anyway. You there! Is the information from earlier accurate? It's just gotta be gung-ho, that's all. Sir, yes, sir! The report came directly from the soldiers keeping watch from outside. They report that Lupin and his band have entered the castle. They may be a thorn in my side, but they're citizens of Her Majesty nonetheless, and I'm reluctant to sacrifice them. That's because you love us. Yeah, you do. Oh, that's just like, I do not face, but you do. Anyway, curse it all. We cannot wait any longer. We must protect the countless residents of London. We will commence fire on the castle. Forgive me, Arsene Lupin. Ready all cannons. Well, that's why Lupin wore his costume. Otherwise, they've been like, I don't know, there's a bunch of random people. They all kind of look like they hang out with that Lupin guy, and I think there was a guy named Lupin, but it can't be the same guy. He doesn't even use an alias. I mean, by your command, sir. Is he just like... Shouldn't it be... Oh, he's trying to say fire, and it's all in caps. I was like, what is going on here? Okay. There's something wrong with me. Anyway. What? Hold your fire! Hold your fire! Sir, holding fire, sir! He's like, I wasn't even about to fire you. Wait, what? Hold your fire, because the castle's got enough of it. Jesus. It stopped. Why so suddenly after coming all this way? Bored. Inconceivable! Anyway, it must be a ruse, feigning its halt to catch us off guard. I'll not suffer even a single broken roof tile. I'm assuming it's Lupin, or it could be Queen Victoria. I don't know. Calm yourself, Lionheart. That voice. It's probably Lupin. Oh no, it's the Queen. Your Majesty, what brings you to a place like this? No, more importantly, this is a dangerous situation. You must evacuate at once. Oh my! You're telling me to leave before seeing the beautiful ending? You're quite the mean one today. Huh? Beautiful what now? Why don't you turn around and take a good look at that castle? My word! Are those fireworks? Yeah, the castle just wanted to, like, creep up on you and be like, ah, fireworks, hey! Woo! It's a friendly monster. How romantic. It's like something out of that fairy tale. The one with the walking castle. Oh, it's like everybody just got that. You mean the one about Hal, the wizard, and the moving castle, and the old, and like, yeah, that one. I thought that too. Lionheart, surely you've read it to your little sister before. Do you remember the story of the moving castle powered by singing? But of course, she'd often beg me to read it to her, so I remember it well. Everyone got a little sister. But I must ask, why does that story remind you of fireworks? She's like, the moving castle. He's like, yeah, but the castle. Oh, it wouldn't have put two and two together. Oh, God, Lionheart. If I recall, the story ends after the prince and princess acquire the moving castle. Though seldom told, that fairy tale actually continues. Shall I tell you how it truly ends while we're on this subject? With fireworks. Done. After the prince and princess obtain the moving castle, they journey the world, seeing all manner of things and sharing happy days. I should probably read this in a normal voice, but whatever. It's Queen Victoria telling the story, so. But one day, the castle suddenly stops moving. It won't move again no matter how much the princess sings. The prince's freedom is stolen from him yet again, and at once he falls into sadness. The princess's heart aches for him, so she goes off in search for the wizard and requests that he cast his spell to make the castle move again. But the wizard simply says, I told you it was a transient dream. and refuses to grant the princess's wish. The princess is terribly saddened and returns to the castle. But when she arrives, she sees the prince coming out to greet her, barely able to support himself with a cane. He gave him the will to walk. Look at it, don't. The little things are it's so cute. The princess is shocked. It's the first time the prince, who had given up everything, has left the castle on his own. But why? Asks the princess. The prince smiles and says, I was lonely, not because the castle stopped moving, but because you weren't here with me. The princess is delighted by the prince's words and can't help but sing right then and there. Oh, it's like a fucking Disney short. Howl's Moving Castle was produced by Disney, so that's pretty funny, actually, now that I think of it. But... And then the wizard appears and casts a spell on the prince's legs. This is not a spell to cure your legs, but rather to grant you the power to persevere. So long as the prince doesn't give up and continues to hold the will to walk with his own legs, then surely God will grant you a miracle. One year passes. Just as the wizard predicted, the prince has worked a miracle. The prince will journey the world with the princess on his own two legs. Then, after returning to the castle that hasn't moved in a whole year, fireworks! Beautiful flowers will bloom in the night sky. For indeed, this was a spell left behind by the wizard. A spell to bless the two for the rest of their days. I mean, that's kind of not exactly how the story worked out, but I mean, we took some liberties here with the, singing and the machinery and the flying cogs and the death trap and but I mean, the fireworks and the prince and the princess and the moving castle part, yeah. The wizard was Isaac, who's a douche weasel. Just saying. Oh, it's Alistair. I was like, Alistair? I was like, for a moment, I was like, right, I forgot he was in this. Yeah.
Well, now, that's a surprise. It was supposed to have been such a simple request, and yet it became quite the incident. Perhaps the gift to attract peculiar happenings runs in the family.
Spare me. Unlike my fool of a little brother, I'm just another puny citizen enjoying his peaceful, ordinary life. Whoa. Who's your little brother now? Oh God, is the reveal coming? I mean, he keeps mentioning it, but sometimes they mention things and you're like, oh, Lionheart has a little sister, and then that never seen or heard from again. So I just kind of figured that was the Miles thing, but... Leagues? Is his brother's name League? Like, miles and leagues or kilometers?
Inches? Feet?
Because his name is Miles. Distance. I'll leave. Bye. I need a sound effect of a door slamming. So it sounds like I actually left. I didn't. I'm still here. Putting that aside, Alistair, about my future plans.
Ah, yes. No need to worry. Former second-in-command Miles Strand, AWOL since stealing Isaac's precious documents, has been found and taken care of. And that's how I'll write up my report.
Why is Alistair being nice?
Because he's shady.
Because Alistair ain't nice. He's like, I've got bigger fish to fry. I gotta go after Van Helsing and Sholmes. You're like, nah. He's like, I keep trying all these assholes and they keep disappointing me. I feel bad for Alistair in a way. Like, okay. Pause. I'm just gonna say. He's like, Miles, I'm going to... you failed me. Van Helsing will become my weapon. Oh, you fought against the stuff I implanted in you. God damn, he disappointed me. Sholmes! He killed me. Like, I mean, I guess in that sense, Sholmes actually, won. He's like, thank God, a worthy opponent who murdered me. Because, I just feel like his whole entire life is about trying to find, some people that are, worthy in his eyes, and everybody just keeps failing him, and just, that's gotta feel disappointing. I mean, I'm not saying I actually side with him, but I'm just saying, from his perspective, that kind of sucks. You're like, man, everybody disappoints me. I mean, legitimately, that's a good thing. But, still, for him, it's gonna suck. Just like, okay, that was my only thing about feeling bad for Alistair. Anyway, how generous of you. What is this all of a sudden? Yeah, seriously, that's what I'm... Yeah, what? That face right there, Miles's face is like, yeah. I'd fear for my life too right now, buddy.
Pardon me if this sounds harsh, but I simply don't have the time to concern myself with you anymore. And nothing more, nothing less.
He's like, I got bigger fish to fry. Told you.
Everything till now has been naught but the opening act. From here, we'll be moving toward our true objective. The reason I don't take your life here and now is, well, consider it a token of my appreciation for entertaining me with such a fascinating tale.
True objective, huh?
Such a mixed expression. Would you like to awaken your inner justice and attempt to stop us then?
Not a chance. It's hardly my place when I've already fled from there. And even if an old-timer like me doesn't act, the power of justice has already been passed down. Oh my God, you pretty bitch. You did not just do the fuck... Oh, wow. Try not to underestimate them too much, Jimmy A. Alistair. Those youngins pack a punch. But he's still kind of... Okay. But he's still kind of douchey in the end. That was such a douche... Well, yeah, whatever. I'm going to go off into the douchey sunset. But then I'm like, oh, but you know what? I still like the douche Miles better than the like, I'm a bumbling idiot. Hey, young lady, you want a boat? I'm going to gamble away all the money. I'm going to punch you in the face. You're too much like Impy. In the bad way. The bad side of Impy, that's what you have. I don't like it. This, when he's like, actually, I'm quite suave. I was just faking being that way. Now I kind of love you. What? I like the asshole. I mean, hi, Saint Germain. He tried to stab us, right? Still love him. Unless you put me in a cage. Fuck you, Toma! Never forget! Never forgive you! So much other shit has gone on since we played Amnesia, and so many other worse things have happened, and yet that's still the one thing that bothers me. That makes me angry! And Toa dying in Seven Scars. Sorry if I'm ruining that for you, but you should have watched it before this. Why are you watching shit out of order? Goddamn. Yeah, that just ruins my life and then makes me sad still. But the rest of it, like... Yukio? Well, Lukio. Throwing us off buildings, stabbing us, murdering us. Like, whatevs! Honey! You know what? It's okay. It's fine, I understand. Saint Germain trying to stab me. You know what? Props to you. You're still sexy. It's okay. I'll forgive you. I mean, I just... you know... I feel like if we played Amnesia now, maybe I wouldn't hate on Toma so much. I probably still would. No, I'm your brother. I love you. I'm going to take care of you. Not really your brother, but you know what I mean. No, I'll take care of you by putting you in a cage. It's for your own good. I'm going to kill you. Saint Germain had a legitimate reason. God told me to stab you. That's a little fucked up, but I mean... Look, we're going to have a talk about this cult that you're part of. But, you know. But he fought against it and he didn't actually stab me. See, he used his brains. Toma still put me in a cage. Like an asshole. No one told him to do that! He's not like God told me to put you in a cage where you're like, you're crazy. You just put me in a cage on your own accord. Just somehow works, I guess. Anyway. I'm just pretending she's whistling. Waving the watering can with a hum, its sprinkling of water makes a beautiful rainbow in the corner of the garden. Waving the watering can with a hum. So she was humming, but whistling. That's what I did. Bark, bark. I give Cece a light pat and continue my humming. Just a little longer, Cece. We'll play as soon as I finish watering. A week has passed since the Clockwork Castle incident. We returned to St. Germain's mansion and returned to our usual daily lives. The chaos of the incident delayed our search for Father somewhat. But from here on, I should be able to focus on that once again. It's like she didn't get clued in that was... Okay, fine. Alright, okay. As for the Clockwork Castle that nearly destroyed London, it was decided under the orders of Queen Victoria that the Royal Society would take over control. Eigel cried and pouted, insisting the castle was his, but considering all that happened, this outcome is hardly a surprise. However, perhaps out of respect as its former owner, only he's allowed to freely enter the castle. However, according to Impy's examination after the incident, Whew. You might not believe this, but to be blunt, that thing's just a toy. Oh, this thing's just a toy. Huh? That castle? A toy? He's like, the fuck kind of toy?
No. Surely you're joking.
Believe me, and I don't want to admit it, but it's true. It's dangerous enough as a colossal moving structure, but it's not armed or anything. Unless you consider flashy things for children like fireworks weaponry. And of course, its armor is paper thin too. I don't understand. Even if that were all true, it's far too large to be a child's toy. Agreed. It's almost like someone went all out building a child's doodle of a dream castle.
I see. I see. In which case... Oh my god, I can't. In which case, that would explain why the control panel was completely blank. It was constructed in a way that would ensure that young children would not harm themselves operating it. Or something along those lines, perhaps.
So maybe real Spacey loved this fairy tale, so Isaac built this castle for her? But that's kind of fucked up. It's like, I love fucking sword fighting. Okay, here's some pointy oh, well, we played with dangerous things as kids. But I mean, like, now you wouldn't do that. I mean, back in the steampunk days, that this takes place. I mean, sure. All right. We just, instead of building a tree house, or here's all, or, you know, here's a fort made out of pillows and blankets, built you a real dangerous moving metal castle. Flying gear. Steampunk style, sure. I suppose. I mean, could you imagine?
Whatever the case, how absurd.
A colossal moving castle. The only one capable of construction is... It's a conclusion that everyone surely came to. If I meet I'll have to ask him about it. But we won't. Meet him quickly or ask him about it. At any rate, after some time, the castle will be put to rest in the wilderness where it was originally found. But before that, it'll be renovated and displayed for... And then, regarding the family most central to this incident... Sound just dipped in and out. Ow, ow, ow! Darn it! I can't believe I cracked a rib. I must be old. It takes to wear me out. You got... Okay, you know what? Props to you, boy. It seemed that Miles is going to and from the hospital to treat the injuries he suffered. Cantarella, whose fate was in even greater peril... Oh, she fine. No, Isaac's shit would have killed her. Excuse me. Continues to sing, even today, to make massive audiences happy. The device embedded in her brain has lost all of its function since going berserk. According to Impy and Victor, due to its many years of being gradually melted away by that poison, perhaps part of the circuit weakened and burned off due to its own intense heat. Regardless, it's got to be dangerous leaving a foreign object inside one's brain. So in the near future, she and Miles are planning a trip to meet a notable surgeon in France. If I'm gonna be called out here, I'd have preferred a cute girl, no offense. Leave the jokes at home. I want to talk with you for a moment. Oh god. Sure. This old man is all ears. So, what's on your mind? Regarding the man who ordered you to kidnap Spacey. Have you known him for some time? A fair while. He did supply me with medicine. I never had any contact with him back when I was in Twilight. Van Helsing, I also have a hazy understanding of your past. But as a veteran, let me give you a word of advice. It's not necessarily the case that everything you see is truth. Always keep that in mind. Otherwise, one day, you'll point your gun at the wrong person. I mean, he pointed his gun at me, but I'm okay with that, you know. Again, I forget. He slammed me up against a wall, and that's what I look for in my love interests. I like it when they're, well, Glass is assholes, first of all. But also when they slam me against a wall, it's always a plus. And Helsing's got all three. He's also the marshmallow. So I'm like, He's just like a ball of amazing. Anyway, what do you mean? What do I mean? There's no meaning to it. Only experience and reason. It's just, if you're intent on coming into contact with Twilight's true darkness, you must maintain a strong spirit. So it's kind of like he knows. I feel like Miles is like, be careful, you're gonna end up regretting shit. Like, because this is before we go down Van Helsing's path and we find out about, you know, the, what was it called? Whatever. Hidden strength or whatever, you know? So, otherwise, he'll become a puppet that moves as he wills. Foreshadowing! After foreshadowing. Foreshadowing after the fact. We already know this, but, you know. As if you even need to tell me. Alright, that should be everything we need. All that's left is to wait for the day of our departure, right?
Right. We'll be away from this house for quite some time.
It's a rickety old thing, with a terrible draft and leaks all over, but it's filled with all the memories we had since we first met. And now that we're about to leave, it seems kind of lonely.
It does.
I'm not doing her voice right. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll come back someday, and there'll probably be squatters, and it'll be even more lovely. I was gonna say rundown, but lovely! It's a lovely shack! Oh, anyway. And when we do, we'll go all out and fix it up. And then we'll invite Lupin's crew and throw them a big party. I want that so hard! I want that after story in the next fan disc. Seriously, they could do it. If they did another one, it'd literally be all just the crazy things that I mentioned. It would be pointless. There'd be like no plot, no story, no nothing. It would literally just be tiny little like hour-long after thing. And I don't even give a fuck. You could give me a game and it's like, here's just a bunch of random after shit. Just some random shenanigans. Half-hour things like our triangle date. Just random shit. I would be okay with this. Like, no plot, no romance. Well, yes, I want the romance, but I just want, like, random shit, like, day-to-day things, like, oh, you're with Van Helsing now? Okay, this is what your daily life is like. You spend a week with him. A week in the life, like a week in the life of Spacey and Van Helsing. A week in the life with Spacey and St. Germain. I just want that. That's all I want. And you're, like, going through, and you're like, I'm cooking dinner. I'm reading the newspaper. You're like, this is crazy. I would still love it no matter how, like, boring it sounds. You're like, am I doing laundry? What the fuck? I don't even do this you know what? It's okay. I don't like doing laundry in The Sims, but I will fucking do laundry in this game just to see my boys. I'll do it, motherfuckers. You know, and they know that. They're like, we could seriously just, we don't even get, I don't care. I will play that. I will pay money and play that game. Like, anyway.
In that case, we'll need to consider some expansions, too. And the rooms are far too small for 9 people.
9 people? And there's 6 in Lupin's crew. And me and you, right? Wouldn't that make 8? Oh, unless you're counting that vampire kid, too.
No, I was going to count him in as well later, but I was thinking of inviting Igel. I feel like we have some debts to repay him as well.
Debts to repay to him as well. Cantarella! Your father will never approve of you being with such a hopeless fellow!
What are you talking about? Besides, if you want to talk about hopeless people, I think you two would make a great match. Isn't that right, Father?
That's a lovely end. But it's like, hello, are you not gonna... She's supposed to run away with Igel. Like, I'm disappointed that there's no, like... You know what it is? They leave it open. They're like, no, because Spacey gets to date everyone. And when they do, like, the next fan disc, we gonna have a side love story with Igel. We're gonna have a side love story with Miles. We're gonna have a side love story with, you know, Cece as a human. We have to turn him into a human first, but... Hey, Theophrast has actually had a voice actor. Toothpaste had a voice actor. Go figure. That guy's like, I did like 3 lines, if anything. I mean, there wasn't really that much in there for Toothpaste. Ooh. Look at how... Oh! Look at how beautiful. Oh, I love that so much. Oh. Oh, that's true. We gotta go back and do all the other little side thingies. Oh. The way these look, like, before the color fills in, like, I just love the way they come out. They look beautiful. I'm just really curious about because, like, the Saint Germain Van Helsing Victor one, that wasn't like a CG in here, or we missed it. Oh, after Cantarella the songstress, renowned as the best in all of London. Her performance that ended in disaster last time now ends in great success. However, after today's performance, she'll be leaving London for a while. Perhaps knowing this, her audience's applause continues for some time, as if reluctant to part with her. That's right, she's going to France. By the time everyone in the audience has left the opera house, the sun is completely set. I'm a little nervous. It's the same as before. As I stand here and stare, the audience's seats look like they're part of a whole other world. Oh, we're going to sing on stage? I bet that's what's happening. All the while, Lupin and the others stare back. Wearing a beautiful dress that flutters softly. Oh god, I need to see this! I stand beside Cantarella in the center of this huge stage.
That dress looks lovely on you, Spacey. You've just become all the more priceless a gem in my eyes.
Thank you. Angels are real. Oh man, this is a more beautiful sight than any famous painting in the whole wide world. Of course he's crying, because it's fucking Impy. Impy, are you seriously crying? Wow. Such a getup is quite a departure from your usual cute style, Spacey. Keep it in your pants. What do you say? How about striking a sexy pose? You and Impy need to just go in the corner. And I figured that this personality was just an act to deceive others, but... It's quite genuine. Yeah, see, he's like, I thought this personality was an act, but he really is like this. Oh, God. I like the douchebag version of him better. Could you just put on the douchebag act again? We like you better that way, Miles. God. Listening to their lively conversation from atop the stage. Saint Germain didn't say anything because he's speechless. Oh, Igel, what the fuck? Sorry I'm late.
Everyone is gathered, it seems.
Why is Igel not actually showing up as himself? Why is he in the robot? Anyway, led by Saint Germain, Igel makes his way between the seats to the front row. The real Igel is working hard every day to rehabilitate his once disabled legs. He wasn't the most handy person to begin with, so he's kicking and screaming every step of the way, but he wasn't the most hardy person to begin with, so he's kicking. Oh. It sounds like he's putting in a colossal effort and is intent on never giving up. That's adorable. However, he still can't walk through places where there are lots of people. So today he's participating using his automaton. Plus, it's the Igel we're used to seeing, right? The robot, so.
All right, now that everyone is here, shall we begin, Spacey?
Yes, let's. No. With her gentle tug of my hand, I step onto the center of the stage. I can't wait for this. I make a twirl as if dancing like a ballerina. And then I take a deep breath, syncing my breath with hers. Before I depart, I'd like to sing with you. I give it my all so that I may grant her wish. Oh, look how beautiful she is. Our sister. Oh, and we're adorable. I can't wait to see her dresses. God, I want to see them. Really, that's all we show? That's all we see? That's all we get to see of these beautiful dresses. Like, look at her. She's like, look at my boot. Look at all her cleavage, girl. But like, look at our dress. Oh, it's so pretty with all the lace. Because we got to keep our skin locked up tight, yo. Like it's dot 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 dot, like all that, like the dashes they're singing, but our voices overlap and stretch throughout the theater. I gently rub her back as she tries her very best to keep up with my voice. Oh, so that's Cantarella is saying this. Okay.
There's no need for you to match me. You just sing your song. Plainly, genuinely, and filled with joy. That's all that matters to me. Spacey, at this very moment, I understand just who this girl is. Spacey, please have a wonderful future. I understand all too well. In the times ahead, she'll have to face a reality that'll be more heartbreaking than any tragedy before it. She may cry. She may have regrets and wish that she'd never been born. But please, never lose sight of your capability to cherish someone. Surely that much will keep you moving forward.
Look at her fucking nails. Can I just tell you, like, that's like some fucking artwork there. And it's like not even as detailed, like, but like, you can tell in like, if that were real, it'd be detailed as shit. And it matches her fucking dress. Like, girl is spot on.
I sing from the bottom of my heart, putting my all into this wish. Spacey, may a blessed future await you. Future blessings!
It was all because of her! We had future blessings! We're gonna get that blessed future when we get to our marriage routes. It's killing me we can't play those yet. Keep forgetting about them. I still wanted to see the full dress, but, you know. Oh! I love that it shows us little, like, CGs! Oh, I can't read all of that. I can read some of it, but I don't know what it's... Oh. I can't read the kanji. Oh, but I love those little CGs from our... Oh, from the first game. Oh! That's so beautiful. Oh! I can't click that. We can't do it yet. We can't do it yet. And I don't know if we got all of her CGs, but we have to go back. I want to see. No, so we're missing one. Ha ha ha. That's the one that they showed with our boys, and it's like, but where the hell is that? Because, we got to go back and do the other options. So, let's go back. We're just going to skip through it, but I know it was back here. It was our second save and hers, I think. It's half hour. We got time. We're going to skip most shit, so. So we're going to go with Lupin and Victor this time. We decided that Lupin and Victor would accompany me. I see. With Lupin's escape skills and Victor's quick wits, you can rest assured. Anyway, enjoy yourself. Just don't go too overboard. And, if you really, really want to talk about how everything went, I suppose I could lend an ear. Oh, it's not gonna... Oh, okay, just gonna skip. I was like, wait a minute. I read some of that. It's like almost the same. Okay. So this is all the same. Can we go into the settings? For skip. Okay. Are you sure you want to go back without saving changes? Oh no, I want to confirm my changes. Okay. Hold on. I just want to skip it faster because it was so small anyway. So, Cantarella, how long have you been singing here?
A long time, though I suppose that makes it sound longer than it's actually been. It's been about 3 years since the owner scouted me when I was singing at a tavern on the outskirts of the city. 3 years. Wow, that really is a long while. But you're still so young, Cantarella. It's incredible that you were scouted at that age. You flatter me. I've only been singing professionally recently. I've simply worked my way up from the bottom. From the bottom? But you're such an incredible singer. To be a good singer and to be able to draw people in with one's singing, those are two entirely different qualities. I had trouble expressing my emotions at first, so I struggled for a while. Everyone from the troupe to my teacher were always scolding me, telling me to put more emotion into my singing. Well, it's because you're a doll, you're not real, but... Is that so? I can hardly even see you as the emotionless type. Even the glamorous world of opera is crafted from the blood, sweat, and tears of its many hardworking participants.
Right. It must take a profound will. I nod, signaling my agreement to Lupin's words. At that very moment, I hear a swift sound like something cutting through the wind. Indeed! And she still stands atop that very world. Isn't my Cantarella incredible? Whoa! Quite literally, Miles comes barging into the scene. Where in the world did you come from? From the shed behind the theater. Phew! Sure wasn't easy to pick up that lock.
And do you mean to tell us that you were locked in?
Oh, I'm sorry. He was following me uninvited, so I locked him in there so as to mitigate his disgraceful behavior. But it seems that wasn't enough. Next time I'll be sure to bring handcuffs as well. That's one of the most interesting apologies I've heard. First things first, let's ignore this uninvited bore. Basically, she says the same shit, but... Okay, so this is all the same. I'm just gonna skip through instead of, like, stopping and going back to the next choice because I'm not sure. So, yeah, right, anyway. So, okay.
Right, well, you see, her parents are the types who stress education first. Apparently, they didn't even let her near a single book of fairy tales, insisting that they wouldn't help her studies. She ended up missing out on all sorts of fun childhood activities as a result. Isn't that right, Victor?
Right. A real shame, if you ask me. I'm sure there are plenty of lessons to be learned from children's literature. Wow. I see. It sounds like you had a complicated upbringing, too. Sorry for overstepping there. Lupin and Victor throw me a lifeline, and it looks like Miles buys it. Right, I kind of forgot about that little... Oh, precious boys, I love you so much. This is why I also wanted to go faster. I don't think there's anything... Okay, so we're going to... Okay, so, hold on. We will actually save here, though, so we can just... I don't think we actually need to do this, though. Because I think we can just go back. You know what I mean? We can just... Well, back to the brief... Anyway, what I said was inviting her to the mansion. Oops! In hindsight, this may have been a mistake. More specifically... Actually, I've invited Cantarella to the mansion. I told her how beautiful the flowers in the garden look when they're blooming, and she said that she'd love to see them. I'm sorry to have made plans without getting your approval first. Is that all right with you? He's like, oh!
Do remember that I've met Cantarella in person as well. I'd be delighted to have her here. I am also quite pleased that she has an interest in flowers, as I can now rest assured that my time caring for them was well spent. I have no particular plans for today, so as the owner of this mansion, I shall assume the roles of host as well as bodyguard.
Thanks so much, Saint Germain. I begin preparations for her arrival. Wow, I actually don't need to skip because we'll get to it. Okay. Wow, it really is a beautiful garden. It's even nicer than I had imagined. Cantarella, our guest for the day, says as we guide her around the courtyard. She's always seemed so mature, but her lone eye glistens with a childlike innocence. Do you really take care of all of these on your own?
I do, though since they began living here, Lupin and the others often lend a hand as well.
Cantarella, have you never grown flowers before? Well, I grow vegetables. That does seem helpful for the household budget. She really does face a lot of hardships.
Vegetables are splendid as well, and do not forget that they too bloom with beautiful flowers.
That's right, isn't it? I'm a bit relieved. People are always talking about the songstress who works in the fields.
Oh dear, I understand why they would want to retain your image.
Why they would want to retain your image.
But to criticize how one lives their life is far from commendable.
Look at Saint Germain's like, oh, that's a shame. Nobody should judge you for stabbing people. I mean, growing vegetables. He's like, I don't want people to judge me for being an immortal who murders people, so I'm not going to judge you for singing and growing vegetables. As gardening is a hobby, a lot of people have it. Like, I mean, back then, I guess. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Why would they care? A songstress with a green thumb sounds very nice to me. A silence falls over Saint Germain and Cantarella. Is it something I said? Yes, we're adorable. Wow, I can't say I've ever heard that combination of words before. Well, you're welcome. I'm awesome.
Indeed, it truly has an amusing nuance to it. Perhaps you should go ahead and introduce yourself as such from now on.
It's like he's laughing at me. Don't you laugh at me, Saint Germain. Doesn't that's his like... He's like snickering at me. Don't. Was it really that weird of a thing to say? I spent my time at the mansion with the two who both wear graceful smiles. Our gardening conversations continue, so Saint Germain shows us around the particularly rare flowers that he's so passionate about. I read that weird. Cantarella, meanwhile, teaches us about vegetables that even a beginner can grow. But never did I think that a conversation about flowers and vegetables would lead to an earnest proposal to go out and buy seeds. Apparently, vegetable seeds can be difficult to come by, but with Cantarella as our guide, we're able to walk through the city without issue. Of course, there was no end to our discussion of either flowers or vegetables during this time.
You know, talking so peacefully like this almost makes that incident seem like it was all just a dream.
Incident? You mean the one with Bear and Eigel?
Right. I've seen no trace of that strange man since that day.
Oh, here we go.
He left the scene with some cryptic words, but I guess in the end he's given up after all.
That voice. It can't be. I forgot we have to run into Eigel, and how would we run into Eigel at the mansion? Totally forgot. What are you doing here? You took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh my. Truly, speak of the devil.
Look at his face, though. He looks like, oh, this is great. I love this. It's like he loves chaos. He's just so great.
It doesn't seem like he followed me here. His surprise seems genuine.
Did you really just happen to pass by? So what if I did? Is that a crime? Not yet, anyway.
I didn't think you'd actually wear that mask in your day-to-day life. Don't people mistake you for a robber?
She says the same shit. No one would possibly mistake me as such. I'll have you know I've only been stopped by the yard a handful of times. I suppose that answers that. Well, never mind that. I had plans to pick you up at your house after this brief detour, but fate must have had better ideas for us. This time, I'll be sure to take you to my castle, my fairy tale songstress. I told you, I'm not your fairy tale songstress. Or have you already forgotten what I told you the other day? Such insolence! I can call you whatever I please, and you're powerless to oppose me. Answer my question! Remember what I told you last time? My name? Or did you forget? Fucking love when she gets angry, it's amazing. Cantarella draws closer with each syllable, not breaking her fierce eye contact for a second. I remember, so don't come any closer. Cantarella, there. Are you happy now?
And that will suffice.
Saint Germain is like, shit, girl. Oh, I hope idea doesn't make me go try to stab her, because she's going to turn the tables and stab my ass. What?
And the kidnapper and the would-be kidnapped. Owen would be forgiving for not recognizing it as such.
Right. Honestly, it almost seems like she's the assailant here. Eigel seems to be completely overwhelmed by Cantarella's quiet yet intense hostility. Now then, where were we? It's not my intention to cause a needless scene here amidst so many civilians. And therefore, I will let you off for today. However, next time, mark my words, I shall welcome you to my castle. You do well to remember that. Eigel points a forceful finger at Cantarella and walks past me. But suddenly he comes to a halt. I must apologize for the other day. It's difficult to judge my strength, and when I grabbed your arm, I did not intend to hurt you. He finally leaves the scene.
What do you suppose we should do? If we act now, capturing him would still be possible.
Though he already seems to know her answer, he asks Cantarella, who is directly involved in the matter.
Let him go for today. He's a hopeless human being, but at the very least, he doesn't seem like a bad person.
I agree. Their exchange. I wonder if that incident on the day we first met had been on his mind this entire time. Oh well, that would be a different story if he didn't learn his lesson and came to try and kidnap me again. If that time comes, please go easy on him. I can see it already. Cantarella crushing him mentally and emotionally as he tries to drag her away. So they're basically, I mean, obviously, some of the things are still the same, so. Oh, actually, I want to see something. You know what? This is easier. This is so much easier than scrolling back that far. It's gonna be a long part because I guess I could have technically like waited and done all these in its own part, but I was like, we don't have that much. But there is actually quite a bit of content, so. We were thinking of touring Buckingham Palace. Huh? All right. Wait, Buckingham Palace? That's right. It just so happens that they've opened it to the public, so Cantarella wanted to go there. I see. Just keep in mind, we were wanted not long ago. Our names were cleared, of course, but I'd be reluctant to go back. I have to admit, I'm hesitant myself. But Cantarella showed great interest toward the palace's public opening. She's trying to get us captured. And the palace is filled with guards, so I thought it would be a safe location. All right then. May I tag along with you, Spacey? Anything for you, Victor. You're so adorable. I just want to squeeze you. If worse comes to worse, perhaps I'd be able to help even the odds. Sure, you're more than welcome. Thank you. I really thought for sure he wouldn't be the one going to Buckingham Palace, but okay, so in the timeline, this is when he's not wanted. This is after Victor does his like, I'm threatening you and you're gonna let me go. And she's like, you're bluffing, but fine. I appreciate it. You gave me a laugh today. I forget exactly what she said, but you know, basically. Victor nods and I begin my preparations. It takes my breath away no matter how many times I see it. With a bright sparkle in her eye, Cantarella looks up at the majestic structure. And do you come here often, Cantarella? Oh no, I'd only look at it from afar whenever I pass by. She cracks a smile as if to imply that, despite her elegant appearance, someone like her has little business regularly visiting a place like this. You're like, I only come here when we crash the Ornithopter into the grounds and threaten the Queen. She's like, what? And you're like, nothing. What? I mean, that's Thursday. Storming the mechanical castle is a typical Tuesday. That's just an average Thursday. You two, on the other hand, seem to have been here before in the past. Is that right? We have. It's my first time taking a proper tour, but a while back we broke inside using the Ornithopter and confronted Victoria. Oh my god, she's actually going to say it! I love it! What? Every tourist and guard along the street turned to stare at Victor. Victor, what's wrong all of a sudden? That startled me, but wait, did you just say that you confronted Her Majesty the Queen? We're finally here after such a long trek, so why don't we get this tour started as quickly as possible, I say? Right this way! Let's experience the rich history of the great British Empire! All right? He's like, oh my god, let's rush along! And everyone's like, what the fuck is happening? Ah! Don't talk about it! Meanwhile, Spacey's like, yeah, it was great. Victor went up to the Queen and was like, you're gonna do what I say, bitch! Oh, and he was really menacing. And that's why we're not on the wanted list anymore. And Cantarella's looking at Victor and he's just like, she's like, you? And he's like, uh-huh. She's like, threaten the Queen. Uh-huh. Menacingly. Uh-huh. And what? You? Victor? Yeah. She's like, no. It's like, uh-huh. Victor looks so fucking harmless. He would never... Oh god, I love this game and all the scenarios it puts into my fucking head. Oh, anyway. Specifically, the wide outdoor garden that's often used for ceremonies and the like has been open to the public. Oh look! And there's no ornithopter tracks in the grass anymore. It sounds so obvious, but this truly is a regal place. She's like, what the fuck are the scorch marks in the middle of the yard? Aha! Told you. Victor, it looks amazing already from the outside, but inside, it's like stepping into another world. And of course, this is where Her Majesty the Queen Victoria resides. Cantarella stands at the center of the well-maintained garden between the palace walls. Having waited for her to get distracted in her restless admiration, Victor quietly whispers in my ear. Listen, Spacey, our circumstances are pretty extraordinary, so you can't just blurt out everything. I'm sorry, I guess I fell back on the same approach I used when I met Shirley. Oh? It's probably Lionheart.
I thought you two looked familiar, so it really is you.
What? It's all too sudden. A powerful yet dignified voice that would leave a strong impression on anyone, no matter where they were. We're all too familiar with this voice. There's no need to even ponder who it might be. Oh, it's the Queen. Okay, never mind. I thought it was going to be fucking Lionheart. Anyway, sorry. How do you do, Professor Stein? And you, young lady? It's been some time since that deal we made, hasn't it? I'm glad to see you in good health. Queen Victoria, the one who governs the United Kingdom. I really thought it was... She's also the one who put an arrest warrant on Victor, and the one who negotiated with us when a life was on the line. Yeah, hers and everyone else. Anyway, though surrounded by guards, she stands before us in an entirely relaxed manner. Oh, there's no need to be so surprised. I have no reason at this time to do you any harm. Unless, of course, you've done something you're ashamed of. Of course not. I jest. You never did have any nerves of steel, Professor Stein. Sorry that I'm so easy to read. You have no reason to worry. I simply couldn't resist teasing you, too. I tease you about your date with the young lady, but it appears the two of you have brought an unfamiliar face along. And what a pretty young lady she is as well. Oh, I feel as though I've seen you somewhere before. And there's me standing there. Hi! Unsurprisingly, Victoria stands out with her troop of guards. The citizens begin to clamor as they witness her in all her magnificence. She's pretty as fucking magnificent. Oh, could she really be? Is it really? Men, women, and children chatter among themselves. Victor, I feel like this is going to turn into a big scene at this rate. No, it already has. Poor Victor, he's like, I don't want to go back there. Why am I here? Oh, the clamor grows even bigger. It's not exactly a favorable situation for us when we'd rather not stand out too much.
Gah! Such commotion! What's all this fuss about?
Another person joins in the clamor. Oh, wait. Oh, it was Igo. Oh, see, I just always expecting Lionheart! But why in the world would I go back? Such a commotion! What is this fuss about? How dare you look like the Queen? Oh, dear God. What are you doing here? Hey, you took the words right out of my mouth! Likely owning to his sudden appearance, Cantarella reverts back to her snappy self. Conversely, Victor groans as he holds his head. I know! You've got to be kidding me! When it rains, it pours! Poor Victor. It's like, we're gonna kill him. The stress of everything is gonna kill this poor man. I love it. Not that he's gonna die and we're gonna kill him. I just love that he's just like, it's so adorable. You're like, you're so cute, you poor thing. Like, it's okay. I'll just hold you, Victor. It's fine. Okay. But if he's here, does that mean he's taking a tour of the palace too? If he really is a baron, then surely the palace is a familiar place to him. But I leave my doubts behind as Cantarella continues talking to the masked man. I didn't think you actually wore that mask in your day-to-day life, and I'm surprised you were able to get into the palace, period. And to be quite frank, I happen to find a secret entrance that I proudly perused with my skills of sneakery. Is sneaking really something one should admit to being proud of, especially in front of the fucking Queen? But she seems to have hit a sore spot, and Igo recoils with a groan. Well, never mind that. I had plans to pick you up at your house after this brief detour, but fate must have had better ideas for us. And this time, I'll be sure to take you to my castle, my fairy tale songstress. We've already read all this a million times, but I told you, I'm not your fairy tale songstress. Or have you already forgotten what I told you the other day? I'm reading through this kind of fast. Such insolence. I can call you whatever I please, and you're powerless to oppose me. Answer my question. Remember what I told you last time? My name? Or did you
Get!
I like reading that line, though. It's fun. Cantarella draws closer with each syllable, not breaking her fierce eye contact for a second. I remember! So don't come any closer! Cantarella, there, are you happy now?
That will suffice. You know, I'm tempting fate by saying this, but these two somehow seem to click.
Right? If I didn't know any better, I'd never guess that they're a kidnapper and his victim. Eigel seems to be completely overwhelmed by Cantarella's quiet yet intense hostility. And now then, where were we? It's not my intention to cause a needless scene here amidst so many civilians. Therefore, I will let you off for today. However, next time, mark my words, I shall welcome you to my castle. You do well to remember that. Eigel points a forceful finger at Cantarella and walks past me. But suddenly he comes to a halt. I must apologize for the other day. It's difficult to judge my strength, and when I grabbed your arm, I did not intend to hurt you. He finally leaves the scene. So, what should we do? I bet I could catch up with him if I tried. They're like, we could totally catch him, and Victor's like, maybe?
Let him go for today. He's a hopeless human being, but at the very least, he doesn't seem like a bad person.
I agree. Their exchange. I wonder if that incident on the day we first met had been on his mind this entire time.
Well, it would be a different story if he didn't learn his lesson and came to try and kidnap me again.
If that time comes, please go easy on him. He might have bigger things to worry about. However,
my goodness, although it was clearly happenstance for him to boldly announce that he sneaked into the palace. Tell Lionheart to go after that masked man. I'll make him tell me how he was able to enter no matter what it takes.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I wonder if he'll be able to get away.
He seems to have the devil's luck, so I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Nope. I wanted to load. I mean, okay, I'm just thinking, I was going to try to do this all in one part, but we still have the one other scene to go through with our other choice. I think that's the only other choice we have, and then these two. So it's kind of like, I think I'm going to stop it here, and then we'll continue, we'll just do the rest of it. The rest will be in like a shorter part. So, but I probably should have just ended after her, like, good, like, yay, and then just done this as like a one-off, but it is what it is. I thought we could get it all done. I wasn't really thinking about how long it was going to be. So anyway, we'll just finish up the oddity things and then check out the gallery and where the hell the thing is that we're missing. Anyway, so I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.